Hello, everyone, and welcome back to War in the Pacific, Admiral's Edition, with Friedrich, the Allies, that's me, and my opponent, TF-1377, is Japanese. Seemed loud. Anyway, I'm just there that this task force merging, that's just me trying to escort a cruiser down to San Diego. Okay, we're in the hex now. The row 34 sticks his head up and then immediately runs away. Um, Unfortunate, but at least we didn't take a torpedo in any of these ships. He knows what we have here, um, and I intend to get my carriers up here post haste. And in the meantime, we put a torpedo into a cargo ship, two torpedoes, carrying troops. If this is the only ship in this task force, he may lose a unit or part of a unit. Oh, wow. Surprised two torpedoes didn't sink that thing. All right. Um, we're bombarding because I don't know what kind of guns coastal defense he has, and I want to soften it up so unloading is a bit easier. And this time I'm not shelling with my destroyers because I want to maximize what I can do for anti-air purposes. The Pensacola is inside the amphibious task force, so they're going to bombard to protect the transports. And he has 170 coastal guns. We lose a lot of troops unloading, which is a shame. But no direct hits on our ships. I wonder what'll happen when he sees multiple invasions happening at the same time. It feels like it's going to be more of in echelon because we've got the invasion at Milne Bay is probably at least a couple days, if not more, before the invasion of Lunga, probably a bit more. And then, well, maybe 2 days. And then the invasion of Macon is further out because we've got to load up some amphibious ships. And his sub stuck his head up, but again, didn't fire. That's actually a different sub. Okay, I think this is well, instead of just rambling about it. Okay, yeah, this is still the amphibious unloading task force. All right, so it wouldn't sink, so the Dutch decided to put one more torpedo in it, see if it goes down. There it goes. Oh. All right, before when you stuck your head up and then ran away, you got away, but oh man. Come on, Monahan. Of no use to me, empty. I'm surprised he trade off with another ship there. Okay, our bombardment did not go off, by the way. I had these Dutch ships bombarding. Oh, that reminds me. My opponent sent me an email saying, not one hit on my Dutch ships. It surprised him, needless to say. He's taking off from Pegu by from the looks of it. We actually destroy one Nell. 33 Nells come in. One destroyed by flak, no hits. Alright, so he's sweeping that because two Tojos, come on. Because, you know, we've had a history of capping things that he's bombed. I have to double check that even anything's there. I'm not going to cap something that's non-existent. If you want, in other words, if he's bombing an empty base, I guess that's his prerogative. All right. We have a ground bombing. That's also a ground bombing, but that one had no hits. Um, that's odd. I thought, oh, no, I have B-25s coming here and B-26s coming here. There's not much left sitting here. The recon is only showing me about 80 troops. But the thunderstorms the thunderstorms are keeping us from having more effective hits. I'm gonna just skip this because I don't know what he has here left. But one of the reasons I'm hitting it is because if he has any damaged aircraft still parked here, you know, maybe we can get lucky. Although we probably should have hit it last turn if we were going to do that. Alright, I should switch these. Well, I'll keep bombing the port because I don't want to build up his fortifications. When I'm ready to attack, I'll switch these guys to bomb the troops. Alright, same thing. I wonder how many torpedoes this is wasting. Well, technically all of them. But 33 plus 28, we'll say 32 plus 28 is 60. So that's 60 torpedoes. And if he doesn't replace those torpedoes, all these bombers are going to be carrying is bombs. All right. So what's that? Another 29, 89. Wow, another 29. Okay, so he has bombers down here and bombers up here. I'm gonna hit this base this coming turn. It's gonna be epic. We're gonna do the same thing we did to Mole Mine, but this time I can bring the fighters from Tong Yi, and I couldn't do that before. So that's gonna be, should be pretty nice air battle. All right. Now, two, I wonder, I doubt he's replaced his good pilots with bad ones. And I'm sure we haven't shot down enough Bettys or Nels to make a difference with pilots, but who knows? Because I was going to say maybe they're bad pilots, maybe that's why they're missing, but I have no idea the level of skill his pilots have. What I also don't know is why, oh why, he's not, my ships aren't bombarding, and just as I say that, they're bombarding. All right, so we're gonna push through this and just see how well we do. And I'm keeping my distance. I'm not sending the um, destroyers in. We're keeping our distance and just hitting lightly. One of the reasons we're hitting it is as a feint. I'm wondering if he's low on supplies there at Milne Bay. Okay, he has a whole division here, which is somewhat expected, but that's okay. I have more troops coming. This is not the only unit here. Well, okay, that's false. That is the only unit there, but that's not the only unit there for all time. All right, let's see how this goes. Hey, we hold again. It's 1-2 again, and I'm wondering if he's going to get fatigued quicker than pushing us out, but apparently not, because that was pretty devastating. A couple more attacks like that, and we're done. Okay. Uh, because of the bombing there and flak losses and whatnot, I might take a quick look at the results of the turn, casualties wise, and then we'll just jump right into the 20th, which should be another big turn, and then we'll have another big turn plus analysis after that. So, yeah. All right, so you noticed, supposedly, that he did not bomb, at least not heavily. Um, well, no, he didn't bomb Rangoon. He didn't bomb anywhere in Burma because he's probably licking his wounds. He has one ops, I mean, we had one ops loss. He has 8 total losses, including 5 flak. Let's see how that played out. This is actually accurate for a change. 3 Bettys and 3 Nells. So basically 6 of those torpedo bombers, plus a few damaged. Hopefully having to sit out because we're going to send battleships into Mole Mine, and I don't want to sit there and play games with these torpedo bombers. I do plan to escort them with fighters, and hopefully we survive. Nix, he loses 1 ops and 1 0. Alright, so pilots, we lose 0. And ship sunk. He does lose this to a Dutch sub, this cargo ship, carrying a few troops. Not can't carry too many troops anyway, but so that's good. All right, I guess we're on to the 20th. Okay, we're back on December 20, 1942. I just wanted to tell you one change. We are still hitting Pegu with as much aircraft as we can, but I am not sending my battleships to Mole Mine yet. My British battleships, because I lost sight of any ships he has down there in Burma. We haven't been spotted yet, so I'm not going to charge in there guns blazing without knowing he's even there or not, because I don't want to give away. I don't want to run into an empty hex and then, wow, that's loud. And then I don't want to run into an empty hex and then expose my plan, but also and then waste a trip out. So we'll just pause and wait. Okay, so it looks like he is here, but I don't know if he's sitting in Pegu or sitting in Mole Mine. We'll find out more after this, at the end of this turn. We're hitting this, doing a night bombardment, and then we're gonna bug out. Okay, we do a little bit of damage and then should be leaving. Oh, that was a good hit. Started a fire. And we're doing some near miss damage as well. Um, ooh, oh man, that's a pretty good hit there. I don't know that we're gonna sink this thing, but we're making it leak. Maybe it'll run out of fuel. I don't know. But a couple of those hits were pretty strong. We should be able to get below the depth charge level. Yeah, so let's just skip this. He hasn't yet seen my carrier there in the Indian Ocean, the Bay of Bengal. I just hope we are able to pull this off. Okay, see if this sweep goes well. For him, we are flying cap here, as I like to do. This is one of my important cities, so I'd like to kind of protect the dome. the ceiling. This one, we're going to have possibly a lot of air action, so I'm going to kind of push this one through. I don't know how well we'll do, and he's got these Tojos, which seem to do well against everything I have. But let's just run this and see how we do. Okay. All right, he gets 14 of them in, but he loses a couple. But of course, we lose some. We'll have to rebase them to chunking to replace them. All right, so you can see here he's got a ton of aircraft flying Cap here. We have a ton sweeping. This is just the tip of the iceberg, the extreme tip. I don't know how well these hurricanes will do. They're coming in without any kind of support, so I'm a little bit nervous here. We got 14 and more coming, but it's not coordinated. These are coming from Prome. It'd be nice if, like, both of my Hurricane squadrons from Prome came in. In any case, here we are. So let's see how we do. We lose one. And he loses one. So far, I guess we could say 1-1. I don't know how this works, but I think I'm using drop tanks as well to give our aircraft a bit of longevity here in the hex. I don't know if that's how it works, but we're gonna. I pulled the trigger on that anyway. All right, so I'm gonna kind of skip this because we're gonna have a lot of air actions. Let's just see how we do. Got another one. Yeah, good luck, Hurricanes. Okay, so we lose quite a bit, or at least return. He loses. Oh, this is surely this is wrong, but let's just keep going. All right, so now the P-38s come in. In the past, they've come in a little bit later, but these guys are here a bit early, which is fine with me. Let's see how they do. I don't know. They're the only ones firing. I don't understand. I guess we don't have to jump on them like I hoped. All right. Yeah, I have no idea how this is going to go, but we've got more coming, so let's just move on with this as well. All right, so we don't survive long enough to have some left over. Let's keep it coming. All right, these P-40s somehow they're coming in from Magway. This squadron had a lot of kills, but I probably have done all sorts of things with pilots that they probably have totally different pilots than they had when they had all those kills. All right. We've seen a little bit here at the early part of this air battle. I'm gonna push this one through as well. See how we do. Oh, 6 made it through. So we are starting to knock this Cap out, sweep it out of the sky. Got more coming. The Knicks are completely gone. All right, let's we're having a bit of success here. But yeah, I think we'll do fine here. Let's yeah, okay. Not quite as successful as our sweeps over Mole Mine a couple days ago. All right, follow up Tojo's. Come on, guys. You can take on 3, right? Well, right off the bat, he damages one of my Lancers. Now, the reason he's diving is because our aircraft are low, because they're really flying cap for bombers, not for fighters. So, if I flew too high and then his bombers came in, we wouldn't, we would be too high and the bombers would probably get through. Unless, you got radar or something like that to, man, we had some bombers run away. All right, let's skip this. All 16 came in, but all right, I'm gonna take a look at this, see if we hit anything, but we're hitting the runway, but I want to get some aircraft. Well, damage. Hey, we'll take it. The cool thing about damage here is his aircraft won't be able to fly out of this theater. They're stuck between these 3 bases: Mole Mine, Pegu, and Tungu, if he wants to move them up there. And so this benefits us to damage them and keep them grounded. Come on, well, these are the weaker bombers, so that's okay. All right, 6 and 7. Let's see if we get in. Yeah, it looks like all of them got in. But of course, their accuracy may or may not be affected negatively. Maybe we'll have some sweeps in the afternoon when their aircraft comes back up in numbers, and because I have a lot of aircraft supposed to be sweeping. I just hope they don't sweep in this same segment, the AM. But we are destroying aircraft on the ground, so that's good. We do at least take some damage to our Hudsons. Seriously, you're going to withdraw from that, but again, these are our weaker bombers, so I guess I shouldn't complain too much. So just as he aborts due to damage, he shoots at my Hudson. That was kind of cool, actually. Cool, what do you call it, mechanic. This will not be as devastating as a couple days ago when we destroyed 115 aircraft on the ground. But we are also wrecking the base, including some supplies. That's always good. Of course, any of these hits, runway or supply, are not going to be as effective as a 500-pound hit because these are 250-pound. But when they hit and just, I mean, you can still destroy aircraft with 250-pound bombs. So I think I think it's safe to say the tide in the air war over Burma is flipping because he can't keep any of these bases covered anymore, especially now that we have Prome built up. That has helped so much. Without Prome, I wouldn't have been able to do this. And he can't bombard Prome, so that's certainly a positive for us. And these bombers will do a lot more damage with each runway, with each base hit. Although they may or may not. One 500-pound bomb doesn't mean you're going to destroy more aircraft. So one of the things I'm trying to do, I don't know if I'm going to be successful at it, is to hit his Bettys and Nells here because he's using this base, or he did use this base to hit our ships, or to try to hit our ships at Port Blair. Um, and I really need to know where his cruisers are before I charge in, guns blazing. Did he put them in Pegu or did he put them in Mulmine? That's the question. Because if I go to Pegu and they're not there, again, it's just a waste of a opportunity there. All right, I think we get the point. And I'm not seeing any details. I am seeing a lot of destroy, but we're not really, we can't tell what we're hitting. We do get a lot of Tojos on the ground, and we even get a Nell, but that's I want to destroy Tojos, yes, but I really want to hit these torpedo bombers. See, these sweeps need to come in earlier or PM when they can um, hit his afternoon cap. All right, again, I'm gonna skip through this. We'll see afterwards how well we do. I'm sure this is extremely annoying to for the Japanese player to observe because there's nothing you can do. You're helpless. Yeah, that was a successful raid. And this is Light Cloud again, very visible targets. Now this I'm trying to hit. I'm rolling the dice here, literally and figuratively, trying to get his search plane or whatever he has here, auxiliary planes. I don't know what they are, but look at all that flak. That's another thing that we have to be concerned for. Um, that we have been fortunate not to have to deal with some of these bases. Like, I don't even think Kavieng. Oh, he did hit some planes, but damage. Kavieng and short lens bases like that have seemingly not had any flak or very little. But another thing about hitting this base is keeping him from using it in the near future. Alright, again, just wasting our sweeps. Just pause. Come back in the PM, please. Ay, ay, ay. Yes, this is what I was hoping for. But I waste 22 P40s went through unnecessarily and wasted a trip, but hopefully we get shoot some stuff down here. There's a Nick. Another one. You know, I have to wonder what the quality of his pilots are. Just out of curiosity, it would be nice to know. Because is it partly pilot uh, experience parity, or is it aircraft? What's in this situation like this? What ensures our success or his? Maybe a combination. If you have the best plane but terrible pilots, maybe you lose, or the best pilots but terrible planes, you lose. So you kind of need at least decent for both, maybe. I don't know. We're just going to try to use the best aircraft we have in inventory and the best pilots we have in inventory, and keep keep it going. These zeros are hanging in there, and I'm surprised as weak as these aircraft are as far as lack of armor, um, that kind of thing. Surprised these P-38s with high gun values only damage them. Now we're shooting some down now, but right there's the damage. It's you would think that it just outright wreck them. But who knows? I don't know the mechanics here. Maybe too, they have higher ops losses when a P-38 damages them than when something with a couple of small guns damage them. So I'm gonna say, look, there are better way. I mean, probably everyone who plays this game is better at it than I am, but the way I've been playing the Allies is when I get into a situation where I just can't keep aircraft um, in a ready state because they're just and pilots are overexhausted. I just pull the squadron out, and whatever's damaged, I bring out as soon as I possibly can. And like in this case, I would just try to repair the damaged ones, but in the meantime, get the undamaged ones out of there. After two raids in 2 days of that look like this, or two raids in 3 days, maybe I should say. I would say I'm having to get out of here. We'll live to fight another day. The dilemma, though, is when you fight another day, are you going to be able to hold your ground then too? I mean, it's kind of like a snowball effect. The Allies are just going to start snowballing with troops and planes and ships, and eventually it's just something you can't keep up with as Japan. And by the way, that's all conjecture. I have not played this far into this game before, against a computer or a computer player, as it were. or a person for sure, because it's my first player versus player. All right. But yeah, so I don't know the Japanese or what they can and should do. I just know, and I don't even know the allies. I just know what I've been trying to do based on what my opponent has been, the situations my opponent has been putting me in. Well, there's the air, but I think we've flipped the script enough that during air phase I'm not quite as stressed as I was earlier in the game in the campaign. And it looks like the row 34 was hit. Um, we already lose? Seriously? Okay. I mean, there's not much for him to run away from, or not much space, so I'm not sure. And we're just getting a lot of near misses, and Ailwin is out of ammo. Okay. I mean, that's pretty sad. We got to finish unloading so we can go back and replenish our ammunition, I guess. All right, so here, dude, this is going to be bad. All right, so I know our troops are probably quite beat up from these bombardments and stuff, but I don't know. We've got level 6 forts. This is making me nervous only because I haven't been checking the status of these guys, how fatigued and disrupted they are. All right, let's go. All right, 1 to 2. Okay, let's take a look at this slowly. 1 to 2. He did knock down the fortifications to fort level 5. We are missing. We do have a lot of disruption, and we're missing experience. But we do have a multiplier. Apparently, he does as well. That raises his up. We have a multiplier of 3, let's say roughly. We cause 4133 casualties. He's going to have his own disruption and fatigue now. And a lot of engineers were destroyed, I guess, trying to blow up the fort. Um, and so that's a positive for us. And he's going to have to take a break. But also, if I could find his cruisers, I may just come into Mole Mine and on my way in put like a 2 radius uh, reaction and see if we hit this way or this way. Anyway, we lose a lot less casualties, but a higher number destroyed. So I'm very concerned about this. But what can I do? The only thing I can do is what I'm doing, and that is attacking in these 2 hexes here. All right, bombardment at Wenchao, and they're yeah here in China. Just these bombardments that he's got going daily, and our bombardments that we've got going daily. In this case, we kind of have each lose a few. I mean, if I were him, look at this 935. What I would have done is pulled one of these divisions, probably the Imperial Guards, and leave these two to hold the position, because that would give you about 400, 500 AV maybe. And there's no way I'm going to attack you even with 500 AV. And then you can take the Imperial Guards division and hit Rangoon with it. I'm not sure why he didn't do that. All right, a couple of small ports upgraded. Most Abamama is necessary because I'm trying to unload and I'm just having difficulty getting some of the heavier equipment off. We will talk about this turn, that's for sure. Um, Okay, as is my recent custom, let's start here. The ops report. Just you can see a few things that aren't like priority messages right off. I mean, at a glance anyway. We are trying to continue to load, or we're packing to load, because I think this is going to be used at Lunga. I'm just not 100% sure. Anyway, I mean, I just can't remember. But see this 273, it trying to unload at Abamama, but now we can, no, that's not true. It's a single ship, and so we still can't dock there. That's fine. So you can see here some more information. We got some aces, not new aces, and sightings of Japanese aircraft. Yeah, that's unfortunate. We're going to have at least one ops then. By the way, I'm going to pause a second and say I did neglect to tell you what the ops loss was last turn. You know how we had one aircraft lost? It was a Catalina 1, an Australian aircraft located at Portland Roads. And that's basically it. We got a This group needs to be withdrawn. We'll take care of that. And that's pretty much it. Nothing stands out. Uh, but let's take a look here. We lose 25 aircraft. He loses a lot more, but not the 115 on the field, that's for sure. But he also loses a lot more air to air than he lost 2 days ago. So that's the trade-off. The attrition war is not in his favor, at least not right now. But we're taking a lot of losses as well. I can't replace do this too often. Um, 102, 109 aircraft that he's lost to our 25, so 4-1 basically. Let's jump into this and look at the detail here. So this is 120 overstated by 11 as usual. And what are the 11? Well, he actually lost less than 47. So everything's kind of jacked here. But let's just look at it for what it is. I'm going to take the 11 off of this. We'll just say 60 Tojos. That's still a extreme high number. I'm at 50 on the ground. What happened is he could have said, "Ooh, I'm going to move these aircraft to Pegu, and I'm going to replace all of my losses, and then our bombers come in and shred those while they're in maintenance, while they're being set up." He lost 2 nails on the ground. Hopefully that encourages him to move them. And these nicks and zeros, we just shredded in the air, all of this stuff. Now, again, this is overstated by 14, so these numbers, maybe he lost 14 less zeros. I know he didn't lose a lot of zeros. Well, actually, that last battle, he lost a lot against our P-38s. Anyway, I don't know how these numbers are off individually. I just know there's 11 less destroyed than is stated here. We have the 109. Now, before I forget, let's go to our air losses. So, let's just say we lose 6, 11. These were ops losses unrelated, and our dive bomber still didn't go, which is unfortunate. P-38s, we lost 1. So we do lose 12 aircraft where he lost 47. And then the ops counts as well. So yeah, we lost 12 and he lost quite a bit more than that. And then we do lose 2 B-24s. I don't know where. And then these Lancers and the P-66s, We lost a lot more over. Oh, and that reminds me, I don't know how many of these Tojos he lost over China, and but we lost 8 trying to defend Xi'an. All right, that's that, which means I need to pull those to at least the P-66s off the line so we can try to figure out replenishment of that. Let's look at yeah, we still lose quite a number of pilots. We lose 13 all told. Um, Hopefully some of them come back. He supposedly lost I-31. Now we did hammer that pretty good. I think that's the one. Is it that one? I think that's the one our sub chaser hit, and you know, hit with some pretty solid hits. But we'll find out more later. I never count these subs out. They come right back, and then I'm frustrated for being excited that he lost them. Um, Not that. So what is this? Anything else that's new or potentially stands out? Um, so we have a couple of destroyers we sank by mine. All right, let's jog around the map and see if anything catches our attention or if it needs a narrative. Um, well, we are still working on our invasion of Macon, so let's. This is unloading. Sorry, that's Abamama. This is our transport, and we can't dock because of the ship size. So we just keep building up the port, and hopefully the ship, I mean, hopefully the base, the port capacity 2 still helps us offload. I'm just not sure of that. But what's going on here? Oh no. All right. I wasted a whole turn. Ay, 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 ay. Okay. Um, yeah, that was correct. I could tell you the story, but it's embarrassing. All this was holding a division of Marines, and we brought them into this task force, which happened to be on unload accidentally, although operator error, that's on me, and they unloaded all those troops, and now I have to reload them. So we're set way back on the invasion of Macon, but we're still on task with this, and we will flip this to bombardment, and as we usually do, um, we will take those off like I have been, and we will remain on station. I like to increase this. Lately, I've been increasing it to I think 15, and then we'll stay on station. And also, our ships should get in here same turn and start unloading. In fact, that reminds me again, um, this task force will cancel follow and go in on their own because otherwise they will not start unloading yet. And I'm gonna just do remain on station for now because I'm not sure what this is gonna look like. Um, so I didn't check the land. At least this isn't an atoll, but still, I'm disappointed in myself for not checking the commander there. Okay, so this is on. This has already begun. Um, let's take a look at what we have in this hex. Um, we can't just look at an overview, but we can see we have 337 assault value here. And I don't want to spend supplies yet. Uh, where do I see? I'm trying to remember. Th this unit itself has 886 supplies. There was something I was looking at. Oh, that's because I had more troops than one piece here. What I'm going to do is I am going to bombard him and see if we get any counter battery fire. Um, I don't know. Yeah, look at this. Disruption fatigue is so low. I would I would consider an attack, but he has a whole division here, and I just I'm concerned I'm concerned he has a lot of supplies, but also I kind of need the remaining parts of the 41st in the form of support and stuff to I mean, this is in pretty good shape, but I don't want to wreck it. I don't want to wreck it without all the support that I need to rebuild it. Let's just bombard for now. That's safe, and I'm totally content with that. Uh, we are ready, I believe, to pull to push through this attack. We're gonna say everybody to move, and we're just gonna go move to Buna and set all to march. Whoever gets there first, I'm not gonna worry about follow or not. Is the slowest the slowest guy will probably get in there the very next day. But our well, that's not 100% true. Tanks, which I don't even have here yet, so this proves what I was about to say. The tanks will be the slowest thing and will arrive much after everyone else does. So I have 2 and 4. So I'm going to cancel this one and we'll have the Sparrow Battalion march here. And again, we're just trying to trap this so when we attack it, they will they will not have a place to retreat. And eventually, it'll take a long time, but eventually they'll have to surrender. And that's another thing. It'd be nice to attack here, force these guys to surrender before we also attack Buna. But we could do it the other way around as well. We could hit this after Buna falls. We have options. But in the meantime, I'm still keeping this suppressed so he can't. I don't know if what his fortification levels are, but certainly he won't be able to build them while he's repairing. Okay, we have a situation here at Rangoon. A high disruption. Look at all that. That is terrible. And I thought with that high of fortifications we would be okay, but we are clearly not. And our subs are doing nothing. I don't know if his ships are here or here. And as a result, I don't know where to go. But since this was his main base, I think we're gonna just have to go there. Um, so that's what we're gonna do. Well, I'll just yeah, I don't know. Full speed. Come in here to mole mine. That's 12. And I'll let it retire. If we miss him, we miss him. I mean, I don't have a lot of fuel to come in here And by the way, that reminds me, what I can do is see these destroyers that are basically out of fuel. I can just um, swap them. So basically, I'll take from here these three, okay, and I'll take from he and I'll yeah exchange. I'll do an exchange. Destroyers endurance. So we'll take, and actually it wouldn't hurt to have these and aircraft ones as well. Um, should that be enough? Maybe we'll grab one more. Plus, look at all that ASW. Should be good. So, yeah, I may just set it to Trincomalee. Yeah, that's a bit better. And then, I have no idea how this is going to go. And I'm a little bit disappointed that we haven't spotted his ships here or here with this kind of naval coverage, naval search coverage. I'm gambling that his ships will be here, and because that's where they've been all campaign. Then what we're gonna do is we're gonna transfer these squadrons cap to the battleships, long range cap, and I'm going to slide these a couple of hexes this way, and that way, basically, that range is 7. I'm going to probably have to really get myself in danger here. 6, maybe park here. This is precarious. We'll have coverage from Akiab and maybe Prom. I think this is out of commission now. I may hit it, but I don't need all these fighters to do so. I can use whatever fighters and bombers I have elsewhere. Now, where did he move them to? I have no idea. These are both so damaged that they're useless. But he could have spread out the like. I'm gonna guess he moved them again, and therefore there won't be much to hit here anyway. They'll be in transit, and so I don't know what to do with that. But let's go one turn. Our recons will give us updated information. And I'm supposed to be reconning this with these Lysanders. I don't know what's the situation here. They're not telling me anything. Now, is it because of bad weather? I have no idea. But I really want to know what's here. In the meantime, we're just going to keep marching. And this cavalry unit is going extremely slow. But that's okay. So is the infantry. And if that moves 3 per day, it's going to take 16. It's going to take half a month to get here. And then if our infantry gets in there first, that's not going to be pretty. But this looks like it's weaker now than it was. And where's my recon of that? Apparently, there's enough bad weather here that I'm not recon. Maybe that's why I didn't bomb it, because I'm also not reconning it. Maybe the weather there is bad. Um, well, I don't know what. Let's see. If I hit F7, I thought F7 was weather. I don't know. Something else is coming up. Okay, so that's weird. Hey, there, I have a tool here and I don't know what it is. All right. Well, that's a shame because now, all right. So I don't know what I'm, yeah. Okay. All right. Anyway, um, Oh, maybe it's my recording equipment. Anyway, I wanted to check the weather overlay. Um, Wrong button. Okay. I don't know. The long and short of it is, we're not getting recon or bombing here. That's fine. Um, we'll. Here's the thing: by wrecking his air force in this area, I think we can probably bomb with impunity now. Um, I doubt he'll attack here again in the next day or two because he's going to have a lot of fatigue and possible disruption. Um, but yeah, so let's get to it and see how we do. And wish us luck. All right. In the meantime, one last thing we're going to visit here. So, are we still going to make the January 1 deadline? Well, so everything is out of Kukong that needs to be in position. Everything has already passed through here. We have one slow but small core here, which is it's fine that that core is the one lagging farthest behind because then we have the strongest ones up front, and we may need this guy to help take these bases here. I mean, hold them like as garrison. In fact, I'm going to put him on replacements because then maybe beef him up. I don't know the requirements here, but let's say it's 80, then he's not strong enough. And then in the meantime, and if necessary, I'll take one of these bigger core and I'll split it up and we'll go with that. Um, but anyway, that's a shame because all these are pretty strong. Well, this would be a good one, but I'm going to probably keep this one here to hold this crossroads. All right, with all this punching power, we should be able to take this all out. Now the question is when I get here. So I think we'll make this in 10 days, don't you? The slowest guy is okay, 7 miles in, and if it takes, I don't know, maybe this should be this is only two hexes, right? So the slowest guy, I think maybe we'll be able to pull it off. Yeah, I'm gonna just if there's someone lagging behind right here, they won't be that far behind, and I'm gonna start marching. And then the next question is when I get here, I guess it's clear, so we're gonna do a shock attack because it's a clear hex. We're just gonna hit it hard, and also I don't want to dilly dally and do a bombardment or a deliberate attack and it doesn't quite push him out, and then he catches on to what we're doing. I want to he probably as soon as we get here and have a pip pointing here, he's going to know what's going on. But I mean, uh, it's still coming. I technically maybe should have used this road. It would have been quicker, but he would have sighted me when we got here, here, and it'll blend in if we come through this way. Maybe, although he'll hover over and he'll see, whoa, he has 1 million troops. Yeah, that's the element of surprise is going to be lost when he looks down here. That's a shame. All right. It'll be interesting, hopeful nonetheless. We didn't bombard him. We're just chilling out here, um, repairing our troops. He didn't hit us either, so we'll let it ride. All right. We'll see you next time when we talk about December 21, and maybe there'll be an epic naval battle. We'll see. Talk to you later. Have a good rest of your day. Bye.